were you aware? Do you know who Wales voted for their sexiest woman alive in 2013? Do you know who? Me! Me, that's right, you. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Evie Myles was actually named the sexiest woman in Wales. They said it in Welsh, though, so we couldn't pronounce it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Evie Myles!
Oh, you've no idea. Dallas. What have you done to me? I came here yesterday all fresh and bushy-tailed and with a future. I'm leaving, still drunk. I think I lost my virginity last night. Just to clarify, I didn't. I have 2 children. How are you all? You having a good time so far? That's good. Okay.
Would you like to have a seat?
Oh my God, I might never get back up. Oh.
You're well, she'll get down, you get up again.
Yeah, I do my best.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a couple of Torags in here that made me drink an awful lot of gin and tonic last night.
Made you drink?
Yes. They were quite aggressive.
Very insistent.
They were very insistent, and at one point I had my arm pinned up my back like this. Mama Michelle, where are you? There she is. She says to me, yeah, give her a round of applause, please, everyone. This woman rocks up with a little fiddle and she's like, you know, oh, it's so nice to meet you. And she turned into a beast. She drank me under the table. I had enough gin last night to kill a small horse. To be honest with you. Not that I go around killing small horses, but I would imagine if it drank as much gin as I did last night, it would be pretty much dead. So thank you, Mama Michelle.
Well done.
Did anybody hear her play her instrument last night? Amazing. Apparently she's deaf now. No, really, she is deaf. So I've come to Dallas and I've made a lady deaf.
Yeah.
I apologise for that. But thank you very much for that last night. We really appreciated it.
Yes.
Well done. Well, you know, one thing we have learned about you in Dallas is not to let you near scooters.
Hey, that thing is surprisingly fast. I was like, I might get one of these.
I was going to ask if you're going to get one when you get home.
Well, I mean, I've tried to steal it today, but he's on it.
Rather insistent that he has it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't mean like he's on it, he's like on it. So I can't like kick him off it for me to get on it. I'm like a rap star.
Now, are there many are there many Welsh rap stars?
There is now.
It's a marketable skill that no one else has. You can't take it away from you.
It's almost like I'm in my house talking to myself, and then I look up, and all of you are here.
I was doing a little research.
Oh God.
I know, right? I found pictures, but we're not going to show them.
No, please don't, because they've already seen them.
Yeah, maybe, probably have.
Yeah.
Probably have. But yes, as I was going through the research and looking at all the work you've done, you had a series that was on for 10 years, and you started that when you were rather young, didn't you?
Yes, I started the first big series when I was in my second year of university in drama school. My head of year acted as my agent.
Wow.
And then just slotted it in, so I did my degree as well as doing the series. But the channel were very, very good and were very accommodating. And it worked out. So, and that was the first series that Russell T Davies spotted me in.
Right.
So I have a lot to thank it for.
Well, and that was called
Belonging.
Belonging,
Yes.
right? And you were in there for, was it 9 years plus a special?
That's right.
And what was that about? What was the series about?
It was about family life in South Wales, and about the troubles and loves and do's and don'ts. It was brilliantly written and brilliantly directed and a fantastic cast. And if I have my own way, I'm trying to produce it and bring it back.
Oh, well, we'd like to see that, ladies and gentlemen.
I wear a nurse's outfit in it. No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, that's Frankie.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's Frankie.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
Do you want to talk about Frankie? Because I know there's a petition trying to bring Frankie back.
Oh, bless.
What is Frankie?
Frankie, she's a district nurse. And she's just the most kookiest, loveliest character I've ever been able to play. She's so fruity and happy and full of life, and she dances everywhere, and she's the kind of character that you'd want if your mum or your dad was sick, somebody you loved very dearly was sick. She's the woman you'd want to be looking after them. And then it's nice to play a woman who's not broken. Do you know what I mean? She was a strong, happy young woman, so it was great.
Where's the drama in that?
Well, she was actually a boy. No, she wasn't.
That's a whole new show.
It is, and I wish I'd thought of it in the beginning.
Yeah, right.
No, it was great. It was the dramas with the cases that she was dealing with every day. So it hit on some really important sicknesses, things like motor neuron disease and things like that aren't really documented in dramas and stuff. So it doesn't sound like it was much fun, but it was wonderful.
Well, and you shared the story yesterday, and it's clearly we have more people here, and I thought it was such a brilliant story.
Oh God, which one?
The one where how you wanted to nail that part. So you drank a beer, and then drank some more beer, and drank some more beer to get the belch right. Yeah. Can you talk about that? How did that work?
Well, I knew that I had to, sorry guys if you were here yesterday and you heard about it, but I had a scene in Frankie where she would run through the house after a terrible day in work, and she goes to the fridge and she opens a bottle of beer, and she's got a bottle open on the side of her cabinet in the kitchen. She goes in, it's like that, that's my son. She goes in, gets the bottle, opens it, and has to down this bottle of beer from the fridge. Me being a complete professional, I practiced. And I got really good at it. I'm still really good at it. And so I did it, and like halfway, I could just see like the cameraman behind who's operating the camera kind of doing this. Trying to, concentrate and not like throw up, and or spill any. You can't spill any wheels. But I'm drinking it like this. But the script said at the end, she puts the beer down and she lets out an almighty belch, and that ends the episode, right? And I just thought it was genius. I mean, when was the last time you've ever seen a woman on television belch and be quite proud of it? And like I said yesterday, lo and behold, I let out what can only be described as hell erupted from me. I mean, it shook my ribs, it came out, my hair stood on end, and out came this god-awful noise, and then they shouted cut, and everybody fell around laughing. It was brilliant. It was great. It never made the series. I was absolutely appalled because apparently it was so vulgar. It was so vulgar that they said, we cannot put this on the BBC.
Well, I was like, lucky for you, we have a bottle of beer. We thought we'd. I'm just kidding. Till later. We'll get it later. I had about it just now. I wish I had it earlier, but that was, yes, but no.
Oh, thank God. I think that would have topped me over the edge. Yeah, so that was good fun, yeah.
But you've been busy. These are things you used to do, but you've been busy lately. In fact, you are working with somebody out of the Marvel bullpen, Charlie Cox, isn't it? From Daredevil?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and you're... Can we talk about the part you're playing in that?
Yeah.
What's it called?
We've just done a movie together, and also lovely Freema Agyeman is in it.
Oh, yeah.
Myself. between Charlie Cox and Tony Curran, and it's about a coven of vampires. So you'll see me vamp out.
What a terrible thing that'll be.
I know. I kind of really fancied myself.
Well, I gotta tell you, I've got the scene, I've got the script back here, and we're gonna act out part of that.
Oh my God. And it's called Eat Local.
Eat local. Yeah.
I love you guys. You know why? Because I say to my family and my friends, and they go, eat local, and they go, well, that's bizarre. Okay, whatever. And I'm like, do you get? And I say to the con, and you all get it. So big round of applause for you, clever sods. Well done. You're so clever, all of you.
There were also vampire fans, and
Yeah.
you and a vampire. Did you guys know about this vampire film? Yeah. See, well, some of you did, but yeah. See, this is what happens when you get stalkers. People learn.
Yeah. They're nasty stuff, both of them. Yeah.
Can you do us all a favor? I have read and I've tried, but it's in Welsh, so clearly I can't. Can you say where you're from? Can you say the name of your hometown?
Yes, Myles.
Right. That's not how it's spelled.
Come on, Mom! You were born there!
One more time.
Myles.
Astrid Ganlife. If you say so, I believe you. And the name of your school was Yig. How do you say that?
No, go on.
I can't hear. Oh no, I can't hear.
Go on.
Oh, I'd have to look at it. I'm just a pretty face. I don't really remember these things.
Myself.
Not even. Did you just say Myself?
No, I didn't.
Well, that's what I heard.
Myself. In Myles.
Yep. Welsh.
Yeah, should be John Harriman trying to say it. It's disgusting.
But to be fair, anytime John says anything, it's disgusting.
Right? You're absolutely right. And if he doesn't say it, he's thinking it.
And you can read it on his face.
Yeah. Especially when he's putting it in your face. Guys, you have no idea. 6 years. At 6 years I was abused.
Oh,
6 years.
you know, I've heard about this abuse.
Yeah, I loved every minute of it. Oh no, don't!
Please leave that out of my face.
Yeah. No, I can assure you that wasn't wanted in the face. Sometimes I didn't have the choice.
Right?
You wake up to those kind of things.
Yeah, that guy, I swear to God, I've got so much on him. I'll write a book one day. Then he'll be sorry.
Sorry, he'll publish it and want to make the movie. You know, I make it a point not to bring him up because no matter what happens, he comes up anyway. I've noticed that.
Well done, sir!
How you doing, Evie? Yeah, they have drinks normally, but they don't have drinks, so they say you
good.
too much of an alcoholic and need more drink. I don't know. No. By the way, those are cute shoes. I'm a big fan of scratchy shoes.
Oh, thank you very much. No, I mean, come on.
Oh, no.
They're amazing.
It's all part of the secret identity. There are literally people in this room that I'll stand next to tonight and they won't know who I am. It happens. I'll be talking to them like, oh, okay, who's this weird old guy? And then suddenly and I know when it happens because get that look. So yeah, no, they're just part of the secret identity. But you're like a superhero in Wales though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is there a Welsh Hall of Fame museum? Because if there is, why aren't you in it?
I am it. No, that's
there
a
you
lie.
go.
That's a lie. No, I don't think so. I think lovely Yanto has a shrine.
Where people come and bring flowers.
They bring more than flowers, my friend. There's panties up there. There's all sorts. And I tell you, the funniest thing is to have Gareth stood there, and people are like looking at the big memorial wall and taking photographs, and he's there in a pair of glasses and a hat, And he goes, "Wah!" It scares the shit out of him. It's such fun.
You know he's not really dead, right?
No, some people actually think he died.
Well, I haven't seen him in anything since, so
No,
maybe I don't know.
I just want to clarify, he's not dead.
No.
He's very much alive.
Yeah.
And he's just done a play, actually. Captain Hartney Roof.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So, did he play the lead?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Went very well. Mm.
So, there was all a Twitter on Twitter that you sent out a Twitter saying you're not going to play Gwen anymore. Was that just off the cuff, or were you saying that for a purpose? Are you, what's going on there?
Well, it's bizarre because, you know, I haven't played Gwen in 5 years. And it's so bizarre because you guys are so loyal and so important to us because you keep the torch alight, always for us. And we kind of think that we're still on air, you know? We haven't made Torchwood in 5 years, I think it must be.
What?
About 5 years, yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. Shit. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Spoilers.
So it's bizarre, but we've done a couple of the Torchwood audios, which is the big finish. And I tell you what, we've had a brilliant time with them. It's been really good. But I am so flat out with things at the moment that I just have to concentrate on what I'm doing. When and if Russell T Davies comes with a script and that day does arrive, then of course I'll play her again.
Oh, good.
For as long as you want her, I'll play her. But, like I said, he's got to kind of do it pretty soon because John Barrowman's 96.
I know, right? Have you seen him on Arrow?
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing,
That man is old, right?
playing the dad now.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the guy is falling apart with age. So we need to do it soon.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'll tell you, that's, we as fans do not differentiate between mediums. So if you continue to make Torchwood with Big Finish Audio, it stays alive with us. I mean, and also when
you
you're
guys are amazing. And I mean, there's no fans like it in the world than sci-fi fans, and especially Torchwood fans, Doctor Who fans. My God, we love you.
Thank you.
Like, love you.
I didn't catch the end of that. Can you say that one more time? I got the first part. I think it was in Welsh. That was Welsh, right? Because...
Oh, my mum's so proud.
Did your mum come with you?
No. Do you want to do a Barrowman story?
Yeah.
I've got so much shit on this guy.
Alright, well, if you insist.
Do you want to talk about Barrowman story? Okay. You know the episode where Gwen wakes up and she's pregnant? With a nostrovite? As you do. Apparently it does happen in Wales. So she gets up and she's kind of like, oh, and all of this. Now, they did this fantastic shot where I kind of look in the mirror and kind of go, oh my shit. And there it is, this massive big bump. And they wanted to do like a 360 camera shot of it so that they could see that it, you know, it was the proper thing. So they made me this prosthetic belly. And you had to get into this belly by like putting on like a pair of pants, right? So I had to step into it and kind of like wriggle it right up like this, and I got it, and you put it right into the bra like that, so there's no seam anywhere. So look, it's one big piece. It was fantastic stuff. And there was one problem. Children, just talk to yourself. There was one problem. It came. It came with a ready-made vagina.
So this story gets weirder from here.
And I didn't want to be rude because it was such a work. It was such a work work of art, and I put it on, and they're all like, yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I mean, it looks completely brilliant. I mean, there's veins. There's, there's. I went, never mind the veins. There's a vagina at the bottom of it, and I said, I'm not sure. Why? I don't think showing Gwen's vagina is going to go down well on the BBC. And they all kind of went, oh, we'll take it off. So they just cut it off. So I had this marvellous vagina gone. Oh my God. So a couple of weeks later, I'm in John's trailer. And I go, I swear to God that morning. So we've had lunch together, and before I go back onto set, I go in, I use the toilet, and I go to wash my hands, and he's using it as a soap dish.
You can't make that up.
And if you could, you'd be sick.
You know that book you were talking about? Everybody here buy a copy.
Oh, it was so distressing. And when I just couldn't believe my eyes. There's a big vagina. I know, it's probably the first one he's seen in many a year.
Probably.
But I thought, should I say something? And I just had to, I came out and I went, John, got my vagina in there. And he went, uh-huh. I said, you can have it. And that was it. That was the end of the prosthetic vagina. At least it had some use.
Dallas. Welcome to Dallas.
Eden, Dallas. Eden, Dallas. Oh, God, I'm gonna die.
No. Your career maybe, but no.
Career suicide.
So it's pretty amazing. You've got 2 children.
I do have 2 beautiful little girls. Matilda is 6 and Sienna is 2.
2 years old.
2 years old, and she is the boss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And I only bring that up to move towards, because you don't talk a lot about your family life.
No.
I understand, and I think that's great. You had, in fact, your wedding was very private.
Yes.
So private, it was you, your husband, and your daughter. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm so glad he turned up.
Yeah. Because if you'd have married your daughter, that'd have been really weird.
It would have been weird and against the law.
Well, it's in Italy. I don't know what the rules are there.
Yeah, it's against the law.
Okay, good. You Europeans are so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we.
I mean, Kentucky,
yeah,
elected, but
we eloped.
you eloped.
Yeah, and I came back pregnant with Sienna, so hence Sienna. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't get married in Strabonite. I mean, that's not a nice name, right? What's your name? Yeah, so we came home married and with child.
So when she gets older,
Yes.
and she's out playing in the sun, she gets sunburned.
Yeah.
So you will have a burnt sienna.
That's a nice thought.
I know.
He's been waiting all weekend to do that.
I was practicing it earlier. Just, I was going to work it in, but.
You did well.
Oh, thank you. It took a long time to get there. But that's fine. So, you didn't go see the grassy knoll, did you?
Did go and see what?
The grassy knoll where.
No.
But that happened like me after you were born, so all the old people wanted to go see it.
Okay.
Notice that. What did you want to see in Dallas?
All the old people wanted to go see.
You want to go see the grassy knoll? Look, it's
Do
grassy.
not tell Fraser that happened.
Which
No.
word? That you call him old?
No. Unfortunately, you know, I arrived on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then I've got to go tonight because I'm back on set Monday morning. I'm dressing the Queen.
Yes.
So,
for a new show that you're in.
For my new show with lovely Jenna Coleman.
That's right.
So, yeah. So we're flat out on this project since October. PBS have bought it and it goes in the Downton Abbey slot. And it's an absolute smasher. It's beautiful. Jenna plays the Queen, I play her hairdresser, and we're having a lot of fun.
I bet.
Yeah, it's really, really precious.
You guys shared stories from Doctor Who being from that alumni?
Do we share stories?
Yeah, how does that work? When you guys
we're always kind of crossing which cons we're going to be doing together and things like that. But yeah, I think once you've been a part of anything, Doctor Who, Torchwood, Sarah Jane.
Oh, yes.
Once you're a part, yeah, absolutely. You know, once you're a part of this world, you don't want to be a part of anything else because it's just brilliant, and it's so you feel safe and welcomed and appreciated, and it's magic. And what we miss is sci-fi magic, because that's what it is every day on set when you're doing sci-fi. Just creating a bit of magic, and you're in this wonderful world where anything can happen. Yeah. So that doesn't happen on Queen Victoria because it's historical.
Sure.
So we have to stick to the script.
Well, you did that other historical drama, Merlin. You were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny.
By the way, you look fantastic in that.
Why? Thank you.
Yeah. Did you guys see Merlin?
Yes.
Yeah. Both of you. I think both of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit pissed off. I got killed by a chandelier.
Well, how did you want to get killed off?
Well, I don't know, like something really violent.
Impaled or something.
Yeah, like
spear.
Speared in the face.
Yeah.
To the eye.
Yeah, right. Speared through my face and my ass. Something like that.
So you want to be skewered?
Yeah. Yeah. Skewered in Dallas.
Well, you did say Evie did Dallas earlier, so maybe that all ties in. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not from here either. I don't know the ways.
I'm so rude.
No, you're clever and delightful and funny. You make my job easy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh no, thank you.
No, really, thank you.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. Watch out for the chin.
Yes, I spotted them on the way in, don't worry.
What's your favorite death scene that you've done?
My favourite death scene?
Yeah.
I've died in many a production. Oh my. Oh, that's a good question. My favourite death scene. That I was done, or I was involved with seeing somebody do a death scene.
Let's talk about both.
Okay, well, I think the best death scene I was involved in was the one where Reese dies. This sounds sick, right? Yeah. And we're like, I really loved it when my best friend died. That was a brilliant scene to be able to be a part of. It was brilliantly directed and written, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I think that's the only one I have died in. Oh, I might do a spoiler if I say.
For what?
I've done a project.
It's a monster show?
Yeah. No, that's just me stretching.
Okay.
And I implode.
Oh.
And that was brilliant. I even asked them if they wanted me to do the sound effect because that was really good. It's a bit like a birth, that. Did you see that?
Is it the audience or me that makes you blush? I can't tell which, but...
Oh, I'm just awfully naughty, I'm sorry. And John Barrowman brings it out to me. It's like he goes behind me, winds me up, like this, and then just lets me go.
And you're one of his most treasured creations, I know. It's like, I'm so proud of how she goes out with the world now.
Yeah, with his vagina.
That could be the name of your memoir.
Oh, he's a sick man. I told you yesterday. Were you here yesterday, some of you?
Some of them,
Did do you want to know the story about the rollers?
Yes, please.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
Yeah? So I'm sat in my makeup chair early in the morning. I'm shattered and I'm like this, my eyes are just closing like this now. And I have these fantastic big rollers in my head. And I'm sat there and all I can feel is this. Tapping on my face. Not unpleasant. Just a gentle tap. Like this. Like this. And I open my eyes. John Barrowman is stood behind me with something through the roller. Morning, Gwen. I didn't want any breakfast after that.
Had a full English at that point?
I had a full English. Yeah, it was horrendous. There was also I'm so sorry, but I'm going to tell you. It's just us. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, it's only you, me, and the internet.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe I should.
Well, it's being filmed, so if you shouldn't, you shouldn't.
No, I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
I've said enough.
We'll find out later tonight. No, all right. I'm sure I'm running out of time before we get to questions. What time is it? Anyone? Bueller? 3:30. Oh, see, I've got
We can do some questions. That'd be nice. You guys got some questions? Yeah, great.
If you have questions, come on up here and make a line for me.
Okay.
Oh, look at all those questions.
Amazing. Thanks, guys. Oh, here she comes. Everybody, can we give Dory a round of applause, please? Come on, Dory.
Yeah, I saw you yesterday riding that car. Want another ride? There's one right back there for you.
Where is it?
Right there in the corner.
Where?
Right in the corner. By
Get me
the
on
table.
that.
No. Be careful.
Yeah, there's...
Here she comes. Meep, meep. Oh man, Evie broke water. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our speed racer, Grass Bandicoot, a round of applause. Now, you know what we need to do
Yes,
is...
Santa. I really want one. Thanks, Dory. Yeah, you're lovely.
Eve, we have to work out how to get you to drive one of those out of a TARDIS. I think that would be
Brilliant.
Come here, my young lady. There you are. Share your story with us.
What was your most embarrassing thing that you did on set?
The most embarrassing thing.
That you can share with this lovely young lady.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so guess who it involves?
I don't know. I mean,
you know. Barrowman. We were doing a scene in a hospital. Oh, this is so inappropriate. I was doing a scene in a hospital, myself and John. And they were overrunning by 3 hours, which meant that John and I had 3 hours, okay, without anything to do. Look, I'm happy to sit there with a book and just chill out and just not be naughty.
Right.
But John can't do that. And he's itchy and he's looking around to see what he can get his willy in. And all sorts of stuff like that. So he gets hold of a Polaroid camera. Right? No! It's just awful. Somehow he talks me into it. And he makes me do a picture. Right, and so we're a bit bored, and they've got this system in the hospitals back in the UK where they're like tubes, right, that run along the ceiling.
Pneumatic tubes.
Yeah, right. You guys got that here?
No, we live in the 21st century.
So we've got this thing, right? So he puts the Polaroid picture in one of the tubes and presses a button and gone. And I'm instantly regretting it. Instantly. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have done that. So apparently, the producer gets a phone call. And calls us in. And we're in big trouble. Right, he's made me do this.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like this. And John's like that. Like this. And she said to me, is there anything you'd like to say about the hospital scene last night? I'm like, no, nothing. I think it went well. I think it was actually good. I think it's one of the best things we've done. I enjoyed every minute of it. Is everything all right with you? John, would you like to say anything about the hospital scene last night? Why are you calling us in like 2 hours before we need it? What's going on? She said, well, apparently you and Eve posted something last night to the maternity ward. And I'm still playing the card of, I don't know. I don't even think I was there. I don't. And John's kind of like this. And I did this. I said, listen, I don't know anything about this. I don't know what it is. She said, I think you do know about it, Eve, because this belongs to you. She picks up the picture. There's John's balls out and me capping them like this. Maternity ward, and apparently the midwives opened it up and she went, oh my God, John Barrowman's in the building! Thank you for your question.
Well, Torchwood was an adult show. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, if she's
Before we get on to another one, I do want to just kind of bring it back to a little bit of Doctor Who.
Yes.
You were in the Charles Dickens episode.
Yes.
And you know, that was a death scene for you as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? But how do you feel about that one? I thought it was kind of you got to sacrifice yourself and all. It was kind of a boring death, wasn't it? You just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
Looking
For days.
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah, it was. I thought that Mark Gatiss, who wrote the episode, had done such a beautiful job because poor Gwyneth had to die, but had to die in a way that she saved the world. So it was a heroic kind of death, and it can't be too gruesome because, you know, it's on at an hour where young people watch it.
Right.
But yeah, it was timid, and I think people would have gotten really upset if something really awful had happened to Gwyneth. She was so sweet.
Wouldn't you like to pull a grenade out of your teeth and just kind of die, you know, like that?
No.
Not a glorious into the, once more into the dead?
Could have been very funny. Gwyneth getting the grenade.
That's what I mean.
Running.
In her little hat.
Dance!
That's right.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Maybe. Yes. Do you want a death scene for Gwen?
Well, I think that in the world of Torchwood, nobody's ever safe. So at any point you can, you know, pop your clogs. Pop your clogs is a UK thing for saying you could just die.
I'm going to use that now.
Pop your clogs. Why did I say that in Dallas?
Well, because
What a fool I am. But I think if you're going to go, you want to go big.
Right.
You know, and you know, we'll see what happens, if anything happens. I mean, it would be great to come back. You'd like us to come back, right?
Yeah.
If we come back, you know, something like that does happen to just draw a line under it, well then, awesome. All I'm up for as an actor is drama. I'm up for challenge,
Right.
drama, and things that are going to make people feel and emote too. So that's what I'm about.
You do a lot of drama, but you're a very funny person. Do you, and it's clearly comedic.
Really?
I think so. But have you done a series that was more sitcom?
No, I don't think I'm funny at all. I would imagine that I think comedy must be the hardest thing for people. I did a play with Zach Braff, you know, from Scrubs.
Yes.
And he and I were playing opposite each other in London. And my God, that guy is a genius. He's a pure genius. It's almost like Shakespeare in a way, that every punctuation is there because it's there to hit a beat. And he's just so clever. He taught me so much about comedy. And I couldn't have got that from anywhere else other than somebody who was very good at it.
Right.
And Zach Braff is very good at it. So, and I did a series called You, Me and Them, which is quite fun. But no, I've never done an out-and-out comedy. I don't think I'd ever be cast as that.
Okay.
I'd like to be challenged. I'd like to do something that I don't think I can do.
And that's what I was going to say, because that's what you were saying. You're up for the drama, you're up for the challenge. And if seriously, comedy seems to be something you're...
I'd like to do it, and it's something, there's a couple of projects next year, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, now, do you do any... Are there any programs in Welsh, in the language of Welsh?
Yes.
And do you do any of those? Have you been a part of any of those?
I don't speak fluent Welsh. My father's Glaswegian.
Okay.
My mum's Welsh. I could get by with conversation, but my husband speaks Welsh, and he performs in Welsh medium. Yeah.
I would presume for those actors who do speak Welsh, there must be quite a bit of jobs just in that area.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good pool, you know, because it's we have our own. It's our own region, so it's the only regional television that we have. And yeah, so it's good jobs for the boys and girls.
Are there any Americans that have learned Welsh that are in your television?
No.
You want in Welsh television? There you go. But you gotta have a special tongue for that. I think it's genetic.
Yeah, it's quite tricky.
Yeah. Now, is there, what's the name of the pub in the town? Is there a pub or are there several pubs in the area? Because you're in the second largest city, right?
Yeah. Oh God. It's very simple. The Plough. The Plough. Yes. Yeah.
So you all go off on all these names that I can't pronounce, and then let's go to the Plough.
Yeah. You should just come and do a road trip through Wales and just take pictures of the signs, because they are just ridiculous. It's almost like somebody's written them back to front, upside down, wrong way round. You know, but hey, welcome to Wales.
It's like a whole other country.
Yeah.
And you have to use your wide lens, because those are really long signs.
Yeah, they are.
And they only say, you know, the Dell, and it's like this long. Any other questions before?
Yeah, just here.
Oh, there we are. Come on up. Because they're hiding in the back here.
There you go. I have to use this because my voice has gone from squeaking so much after that compliment you gave me earlier.
the world's loveliest teacher.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to get away from the speaker so we don't blow everything out. We're all fans of you, fans of Torchwood and Doctor Who, but the question, I'm going to throw it in a different way to you. When you were a child, and also now as an adult, what were you a fan of?
Buffy. Yeah, I love Buffy. And of course the X-Files goes without saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watched so much TV and so many movies when I was young, but one of my favourite things when I was young to watch over and over and over again, and I still love it. You probably have never heard of it. Weird Science.
Are you talking about the TV show or the movie?
The movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Oh my God, you're really cool.
Now that we think about it, you could be in the sequel.
Oh my God.
Weird Science 2.
Yeah. Oh, I would die. That'd be amazing. Oh my God.
He hasn't even got a license, Lisa.
Somebody's turned Jed into a shit. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's just, I just watched it over and it's just, oh, brilliant. Why are we wearing bras on our heads? Such fun. What a great movie.
Hey, you know, that's for those of you who remember the movie, just remember Robert Downey Jr. was in that
That's
film.
right, yeah, that's it.
Plain
It's the scene where he tips the slush and he goes, for the first time in my life, I've never felt like a jerk. Right, that splashes it all over his face. It's fantastic. I love that movie.
Well-
I'm so happy!
So that would have come out about the time you were 10, 11, right about there. So that would have been very formative for you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Well, hi. Welcome. What kind of question do you have?
Hi, the guys.
Hi, thanks for being here. Two things. First, this is my Sienna. And watch that Brooke Sienna joke.
Oh, I see. Her name is Sienna, too.
Hi, Sienna.
She was my Mother's Day present.
Oh.
Well, happy Mother's Day and happy birthday coming up. What do you be, about 15, 19, 22? 16. Okay. All right.
16. Are you Sienna with double N or you are?
With an S or a C?
We are Siena, as in Siena in Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. You get taste, girl.
The other thing I wanted to ask was, what was the best scene that you thought for the character Gwen? What scene did you like not scene, episode that you liked the most for Gwen?
That's a great question. Thank you. The scene where myself and Jack are in the car, going, I think it's episode 7 of Miracle Day, and she's compromised because they've got her daughter, so she has to take Jack to them, and the scenes where they just lay it bare to each other in that car. John and I were in that car for 7 hours, and we literally, I had John Barrowman tied up for 7 hours in the back of the car. Sienna, yes, look away. What John doesn't know, they weren't filming half the time, I just kept him tied up. It's the truth. It's the truth. We went through a box of Krispy Kremes. That was for me, that showed you Jack Harkness, and that showed you Gwen Cooper. That showed you them when they were desperate. And I just think that's the most interesting thing when you see a character desperate for survival and fight. And fighting for something they love, which both of them were. So that for me, without doubt, was and I think John would say the same, that was his favourite one, apart from all the snogging scenes he got. That guy would snog a closet if he could. Yeah. In fact, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't judge.
No.
Well,
Thank you guys, that was lovely. Thank
lovely
you.
question. We've run out of time.
Sorry guys.
But I just want to thank you for taking the time to come down here to Dallas hanging out with us. Had a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Myles. But all the other stars will. If you'd like to hang out with the stars tomorrow for brunch, there are still tickets available up for the registration. Do take a look at that. There's also some games being played throughout the day. So if you're interested in being part of the Doctor Who game, find the time for dressed in the high. Other than that, be sure to come back for our costume contest later. We have some amazing